Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is a new speed presented to you by Ladies Like and Survivor. Follow the beat, from the studio to the street. Info with the flow, keep you sharp and in the know. Sit back, relax, enjoy the news, follow. The 2015 edition of Africa Cup of Nations tournament is another victim of the Ebola epidemic on the continent. The initial host, Morocco, pulled out of the competition and were expelled by CAF from further participation.
The Confederation of African Football head, Issa Hayatou, met with President Theodore Ngwema for a new venue. The Equatorial Guinea president could not miss the opportunity to distract attention from his record of impunity.
President Theodoro still rules Equatorial Guinea autocratically. Press freedom is an alien concept in the country.
Political opponents are tortured and jailed endlessly, despite government claiming to have issued political amnesty.
Equatorial Guinea hosted the 2012 edition with Gabon. That year the government showed that the journalists weren't welcome.
They censored, detained and expelled any reporter who wrote anything beyond the subject of soccer.
Billions of dollars have been squandered in this oil-rich nation, where nearly half of the population lacks basic sanitation.
While Equatorial Guinea's small elite live in luxury, the rest of its population have to settle for poverty.
Even the great game of soccer cannot glaze the reputation of a government with a record of repression and corruption.
Beyond the facade is massive human rights abuse that any journalist can cover if they don't confiscate their tools. The charity song Do They Know It's Christmas has been resurrected 30 years after the first edition was recorded. This charity song has been criticized in the media for describing Africa as a world of dread and fear. Western celebrities often have a tendency of coming together in response to emergencies, with charity songs that escalate stereotypes of poverty, conflict, disease and dependency. Since Bob Geldof's edition for the famine catastrophe, Ethiopia has become a poster child for poverty. The money that is raised is not worth the damage, because countries spend a lifetime clearing their image. African problems need African solutions. A song has been recorded by Africa's top musicians. The charity song is called Africa Stop Ebola, sung in French and local languages from West Africa. It is a mixture of rap and melodies distinctive to the region and strong informative lyrics to blend with the percussions. This is not another charity song selling pity, it's Africans taking action, so buy yourself a copy. A tradition of fun can be turned into one of hate. Our reporter MC Loy is here to elaborate.
The 6th of December is a date that the dead children never fail to remember. It's St. Nicholas Day and a great time to celebrate. The famous saint comes into town with presents for all good kids around. He's there with a few black Peters who are a lot less friendlier if children have misbehaved. They will throw them in a grain sack and take them away. That's part of the old fairy tale. Today it's all a game to make children happy and boost the toy industry. Yet people have recently complained that Black Peter is not so appropriate. After all, according to the old tale, Black Peter was a Mo and a slave to the saint. In Sweden, protesters have put the tradition to an end, despite some protests that put 90 people under arrest. But the Dutch don't mind it. 91% say they like the Black Pete and don't see the tradition as racist, especially when he brings big bags of sweets. It's all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
Thank you, MC Loy, for that report. The heat is on the town of Ferguson as people remember Michael Brown, the young black teen who got shot down 6 bullets in the chest by a policeman who claimed the kid posed a threat. The judge sided with the policeman and said he did not cause voluntary harm. That sparked outrage of the community and protests around the world in the 178 cities. No matter the color, the people rallied against the cold-blooded murder. Ferguson's shops were looted and cars were burned. Police and the National Guard stepped in with military might, which is part of the problem. Military equipment being used on civilians. The fact reminds white America of the long struggle with minorities, of discrimination and segregation and slavery. But race is often less divisive than poverty, as the poor become more poorer. So will cases of police busts gone wrong. But sadly enough, from Mumia Abu Jamal to Trayvon Martin, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, black men in America have often been the most likely victims. That was the news on the beat. Next week will be another hit. Still Ladies Like
and Survivor,
reporting live and direct with love and respect. Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.
Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.